going to be. Okay, so we're using ideally 3. Sometimes you want to use 4. Depends on the overall design of the layout. A lot of times you can get away with just using 2. So for this particular one, I can use 2 and everything's going to work out. So when we have other types of designs, so this is having it divided into quarters, and this one here is having it divided into 9 sections. So it just gets to be a little more complicated because you have more shapes there. Now you have the option at this point to either erase the lines, which is kind of what this one is here. These were erased lightly, and then these were left. So that gives you with the options to say, okay, this is my design. It doesn't have any lines in it. This is my design with no lines in it here. This one they got left, and it changes the amount of colors and the sizes and shapes of things, which is fine. Either way it works. It's totally up to you how you want to do that. So for this, I'm actually just going to do 2 colors. So I'm going to mark a 1 and a 2. Now, you can have a color can touch. Actually, we'll do 3. That'd be fine. So I'm going to put a 2 here, a 1. I'm going to go 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. The colors cannot be the same side by side. They can touch point to point. I can put a 1 in here, and that would be fine. But I'm going to make these a 3. And I'm actually going to be able to do that all the way around here, I believe. So then this is going to be a 2. I'm going to go 1 and 1, 2, and then 2, 1, 1, 2. Now, 3's in there. I've got this little shape right here. If I wanted to be fancy, I could really put a 4th in there, but I'm not going to do that. But it can't be, like this particular one, can't be a 1 because of these, and it can't be a 3, so that has to be a 2. And then this one has to be a 1, and then that's a 2, and then that's a 1. Now the outside here, it can be a 1 or a 2. So what I'm going to do is kind of flip it. So this is a 1 here. So I'm going to put a 2 just to kind of balance out the overall shapes of things. Because with the 2 being skinny there, and then 1's being fat here, that'll kind of balance out that centerpiece. They're going to do a 1, and a 2, and a 1 again. So after you get all of this planned out, what you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to do it on a larger piece of paper. So everything that was on here is going to get doubled. So this, my primary circle here was 2 inches. So then when I draw it out, I'm going to come out here to a 4-inch circle and make that in there. And let's see. Then for the other ones, I'm going to take this mark here. And so that was at 1 and, let's see, half, quarter, eighth. So 1 and 5/8. So 1 and 5/8. And this was at 2. So we double that. So that's going to be 3 and a quarter. And then this will be 4. So I do those on my larger one, get everything drawn out, get the numbers marked out the same way. So that way everything looks the same from here to your large one. And then you can start to put actual colors down. Now, when you're drawing it out, if you're unsure about what colors you want to use, that's the whole reason of having a thumbnail. So that way you can take your colors and kind of see how they're going to work. Now this one here was a little bit of an experiment. So this is a violet, and this is a violet that's slightly different. And then these are just shaded differently. So this would be a very analogous because it's all pretty much the same color. So once you've got all your numbers marked out, you can start to put color down. Now, this is very important. When you start to put your color down, it is important that you erase your numbers, because we don't want to have it like this to where you have a really nice design, but you left the numbers in the middle there. And if you try to go in and erase these after you put colored pencil over the top of them, it's not going to really work. So just be very mindful and draw very, very lightly, because we can remember if you draw really heavy, you're going to dent the page and you're not going to be able to get color over the top of that. So that is everything there. So good luck and happy drawing.